Okay, you want to have a goal that has meaning behind it because then that will help you push yourself. Why are you so okay with being average? Quit neglecting your responsibilities because you have FOMO. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leanna. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing how to exit your lazy girl era and how to become more productive. I spent a lot of time researching on how to do this. I even wrote down like a guideline on what I need to cover for today's video. I put a lot of work into this, so hopefully you guys like it. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. First things first, on how to become more productive and how to exit your lazy girl era is to actually find a goal, put your mind to it, and strive for excellence. A lot of people have goals, but a lot of the times people don't really know that goals need to have some reasoning. They need to have some purpose behind it. When you ask someone what their goals are, most of the time they'll probably, respond with, oh, I want to be rich. I want to have a big house. I want to buy a nice car or something. And it's like, how are you getting there? Are you doing anything to achieve that goal? Or are you just saying that? It has been brought to my attention that a lot of people like to say things and not actually put some action behind it, which is why when people talk to me and I see no evidence of them doing this, it doesn't really impress me, because it's just like anyone can say anything, right? You can't just have this goal, because without a plan to achieve that goal, guess what? It's just a dream. You need to have a plan. You need to know how to execute that plan to be able to reach it. You can talk about it with your friends all you want. You can put a picture on your vision board and like say that this is what you want. You can do all of this. But if you don't have a foundation laid out, you don't have a step-by-step guide to getting to where you need to be, then homegirl, you're just gonna keep on dreaming, because it's not gonna happen. You can't keep wishing on a star and expect that this life is gonna give you what you want. If there's no work, there's no action behind this goal, then it's not gonna happen. Blows my mind knowing that people are okay with settling. It's crazy to me, because it's like, why are you so okay with being average? Why are you so okay with knowing that you're doing the exact same thing that you were doing last year? Because for me personally, I want to strive for better things. You live one life, you have to make the most of it. You don't want to keep doing the same things, because then that's just wasting your time. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your 20s, wasting your life. So how do I overcome this? You have to go in details on what you want. Okay, you want to have a goal that has meaning behind it, because then that will help you push yourself to be able to achieve that. If you don't put a purpose behind your goals, then they become meaningless and then they just become empty. You want to be in better shape? Why? Why do you want to be in better shape? You want to have a better lifestyle? Why? Why do you want to have a better lifestyle? When you realize what you want and you know why you want it, now you have a plan, and now you can actually figure out what your next steps will be. Number 2 is changing your mindset. You guys don't understand how your mindset is so powerful. You can literally reprogram your mind and change your life in a matter of seconds. And I know this because back in 2019, I was the most insecure, depressing person you'll ever meet. But when 2020 hit, my life changed. And the only reason why my life changed was because I changed how I thought of myself, how I thought about other people, how I thought about this world. It all started with me realizing what was wrong and me changing it. So I had this friend who I was really, really close with, I don't know, back in like high school, I guess. He was very privileged. He had pretty much everything handed to him. He never really had to work hard for anything. Fast forward to when high school ended, his lack of self-discipline showed. Even though he was my friend, I'm going to be completely honest with you, he was probably the most inactive person I've ever met in my life. When it came down to responsibilities, guess what? He never did it. He never showed up to school. He showed up to work late. Therefore, he lost his job. Therefore, dropped out of school, got into drugs. And it was very devastating, because like we were such good friends, and seeing someone that I loved go through such a hard time, like all I wanted to do was be able to help him. But if we're going to be completely honest, the only person that can help him get out of that was himself. And because he didn't really have a good mindset to begin with, it didn't really help him, and no one can help him, not until he realizes. Same thing goes for you and I. Do you really think that someone's going to come into your life and tell you what you need to do? No, they're not. No one's going to come into your life with a to-do list and make sure that you check every single box to make sure that you're doing something. No one's doing anything for you. You have to do it yourself. Okay, the only person that's holding you back is yourself. And here's something that no one really wants to hear, but it's true. Nobody really cares what's going on in your life. You can be complaining about this, you can be talking all this crap about how you feel and like that you don't really feel like doing this, blah 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 blah, and your friends can be there and listen and be like, oh, it's okay, but they're not the ones who are going to change your life for you. If your life is terrible, make that change today. Stop dwelling in your emotions, get up, grow up, and figure your life out. Because at the same time, those people that you think that actually really cares about what's going on in your life, they also need to work on trying not to be a loser themselves. Everyone here is working on themselves and you're not doing anything. Like, I want to wake up at 5 a.m. In all my other videos, you guys see me waking up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and waking super freaking early to go to the gym. You think I want to do that? Like, I don't. Okay, I'm freaking exhausted, I'm drained. If I don't go in the morning, guess what? I'm not going at night. And I know that. I know myself. If I don't, I'm gonna go insane. And you can't get sad when you're constantly doing things to better yourself. I tell myself every single day, every time I wake up, I have to do this, because what's the alternative? To become a loser with no money and a terrible health? Sorry, that's not happening. Not for me, because I don't know about y'all, but that scares me. Number 3, eliminating distractions. We live in a society where we kind of get distracted very easily. But for me, growing up, I've always been able to detach myself from things. I keep to myself. I'm very introverted. I like to do things alone. It's just, for me personally, if I know that I need to get things done, I can't be around people, because when I'm around people and I have errands to do, it never gets done, it never gets finished. But because of this, I've always found it very easy for me to eliminate distractions. When I have something to do, it never leaves my mind, right? It's always bugging me. And I'm pretty sure it's the same for you guys as well. When you have something to do and it's just like that reminder in your head and it doesn't really ever disappear unless you complete it. That is how I feel 24/7. I feel like I'm going insane. And that is why I always get my stuff done, because if I don't, it's just going to keep on freaking appearing in my head and it's so annoying. If you want to get things done, you have to sacrifice time for yourself. If that means you have to stay at home for a weekend to do what you need to do, then stay home for the weekend. Like, for example, if my friends invite me out on Friday and it's Monday and I have a lot of stuff that I need to do, I always do this where I make a time card. Okay, so I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On those time cards, I have my job, my gym schedule, and then I have my errands scheduled. So before Friday hits, all my stuff is done. And then on Friday, I can go see my friends and have fun and do whatever. However, if I do not complete all of the things that I need to do before Friday, guess what? I don't go. Because there's absolutely no way that I can go out and have a good time knowing that I have not accomplished a single thing in the past week. A lot of people, you know, they tell me like, oh, but I don't want to miss out all the things that my friends are doing this weekend, so I have to go. You cannot sit here and tell me that you can go out every weekend knowing that you have not studied for a test, that your laundry isn't done, that your car isn't washed. Doesn't that make you feel like a loser? Kind of like it's like a reward system, right? You want to reward yourself. If you get things done, then you can have fun. Quit neglecting your responsibilities because you have FOMO. I promise you, the bars, the booze, the boys, and if you're a guy watching this, the girls, whatever, they're still gonna be there next weekend. Like, you're not gonna miss out. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. This doesn't have to be just partying and clubbing and whatever. This also applies to social media. I have all my social medias muted. And the reason why is because I generally do not care what anyone else is doing. Now, I'll be on it occasionally. I'll scroll through it and then I catch myself. Like, what am I doing? I'm scrolling through these people's lives. Their life does not affect you. So the minute you catch yourself scrolling on TikTok, scrolling through people's stories, I need you to ask yourself, have you done anything to better yourself? Have you completed all your tasks? You need to eliminate distractions. Whatever is distracting you from getting to your goal, get rid of it. Still gonna be there when you're done with your work. Just get your work done first. Quit procrastinating and quit complaining. I believe that there are 2 ways to live this life. There is 1, become the victim, or 2, become the player. Let me elaborate. The victims of this world are the ones who are always complaining. They're always the ones who are bringing other people down with them because they have the terrible life, terrible job. They're just always complaining. Player of life knows that complaining doesn't get them anywhere. Goals do not care if you're sad. You need to do what you're supposed to do, not what you feel like doing. And that is a player's mindset. If becoming rich was everyone's goal, don't you think everyone would be rich by now? So what is it gonna be? Are you gonna be the victim or are you gonna be the player? Do not allow yourself to become a victim in today's society. Obviously, I'm telling you this because I care about you guys, and the only way to get out of your lazy girl era is to become the player. Complaining isn't gonna get you anywhere. Procrastinating, it's also not gonna get you anywhere. You know that you have something to do, you get it done now. Okay, you got a test coming up, study for it now. You need to clean your room, do it now. Take action now. now. Back up your goals with actions. Let me ask you something. What are you waiting for? There's no better time to do anything than now. All right, well, that is the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched to the very end, please comment a star emoji if you haven't already. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to do that. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.